Huddle is brought to you by Canadians Destination Centre Fort Garry, Tavern United Fort Garry, a new World Sports Pub. Watch your favorite games on 2 brand new 70-inch monitors on our patio located at 1824 Pembina Highway in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Huddle. Scott Taylor, John Mackey, another edition 3 of the new season.
That's right.
We've got a busy show today. My favorite football player in the entire world.
That's
Danny
right.
Harris is with us.
Danny Harris.
Now, you remember Danny Harris in the Red River Cup.
That's right.
He was about as big as the football and was the toughest guy in the field.
Absolutely.
He was tremendous.
I'll remember this one play that he had a goal line stand, or the guy had a free path to the end zone. He had one guy to miss. Here comes up a 4-foot, 5 feet nothing
About
kid.
the size of the football. I don't think the guy saw him.
And he literally stuffs him.
Stuffed him.
He tackled him, and it was a big hit, stuffed him, and they ended up stopping them on that drive.
Tremendous. He's a great, great young player. Amanda Miles here, women's football. We haven't had enough women's football. We got to get back into that. We'll do that this week. Donovan Hillary from the River East Kodiaks is with us. Steve Houle, Big Steve is coming. Big Steve has lights now at Transcona.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights at Transcona. We're going to talk all about that, too. What have you been doing? You've been winning football games.
That's right.
Yeah, it's great.
University of Manitoba. It's
good fun.
We have another guy, too, Evan Gill, coming.
Oh, yeah, from the University of Manitoba.
That's right.
We got Evan.
Right.
It'll be
Packed
great.
show.
Where are you going this week? You had homecoming 2 weeks ago and then a week ago?
I just go with the flow.
You just go with the flow. Get on the plane when they say to get on the plane. It's a busy, busy show. We've got a packed program today on The Huddle. Lots of folks here to talk football for you. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV, and we'll be back right after this.
Travis.
Get some friends, loser.
You alright, man? Yeah.
Character. Pass it on. From the foundation for a better life.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle, and I am the luckiest guy in television today. For the first time in my career, I am the tallest guy on this set. Doesn't happen much with football. But my guest is Danny Harris from the East Side Eagles, Bantams, right?
Yep.
East Side Eagles, Bantams, who was, for John Mackey and I, one of our favorite players, absolute favorite players in the Red River Cup this year. You played for Winnipeg East.
Yep.
And it wasn't easy for you guys because you lost a lot of players due to injury. Some guys quit.
Yep.
You were kind of short-manned, and yet you hung in there, almost won that first game.
Yep.
How much fun was it playing in that Red River Cup?
It was a lot of fun. It was a good experience.
Tell us about playing in Investors Group Field.
It was really fun, especially when the lights were on.
Playing at night?
Yeah.
How was it when you were in that tunnel and you're getting ready to come out? It feels like the big time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Now, tell me a little bit about your background. How long have you played football, and why did you decide to play?
This is my 8th year. I liked the hitting, and I liked just experiencing touchdowns, everything. Just really fun.
Now, with Eastside, what position do you play now?
I play safety and place kicker.
And place kicker. But you're not playing offense.
No.
You struck me as a guy being a great running back. Nobody would see you coming through the hole. I think you should play 60 minutes. Here I am coaching the team. What is it about the game that you like the most?
I like the hitting a lot.
I could tell that in the Red River Cup. You can't believe, what's your size?
4'11".
And about what?
100 pounds.
4'11", 100 pounds. You played corner
Yep.
in the Red River Cup. And I remember some of these teams, BC, tried to rip on you, and you ate them alive. They didn't have a chance, and then they stopped throwing your way. It kind of ruined my day because I think everybody at Investors Group Field during that Red River Cup was watching you. I don't know whether you knew that or not, but you were the smallest guy by a mile, and you didn't put up with anything from these guys. So when you say you like to hit, I believe you.
Yeah.
What was it about the Investors Group Field and playing in the Red River Cup that kind of excited you about playing more football?
Just the experience and having that rush throughout coming through the end zone and stuff, just coming through the tunnel, just the lights and everything.
What grade are you in?
I'm in grade 9.
At?
Kildoni East Collegiate.
So are you going to play high school football?
I'm going to try out for the spring camp this spring.
Have you talked to any of the coaches?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
They're going to love you. They're going to want you there. East Side Eagles, Bantams.
Yep.
Eastside Eagles Bantam safety and place kicker, Danny Harrison, my favorite player at the Red River Cup.
Thank you.
We'll be back. We got to get Danny back in the show, especially next year when he plays for Kildonan East. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. We'll be back after this.
July 24th, 6:30 p.m. Ben Bertrand leaps up off the couch, reaches for duct tape, tools, and cardboard, and creates a monster. Why did Ben do this? Andrew. Andrew was why. Fatherhood. It's the best job on the planet. You can do it.
Welcome back to The Huddle. Scott Taylor. My guest is Amanda Mile. She is a wide receiver with the North Winnipeg Nomads Wolfpack, the longest name in all of football. I got to ask you, you're a basketball player, a volleyball player in high school?
Yeah.
Why did you start playing football?
I was at a Bomber game and I got recruited from one of the coaches from Fearless. And,
really?
Yeah.
So you recruited watching a Bomber game?
Yeah. Yeah. And
tell me that story. How did that happen?
Well, we were sitting row 5 and I was yelling because they had a ridiculous play. So I'm yelling and Millsy looks over at one of my friends and says, "Hey, do you think she'd play football?" So he gives me a little nudge and he's like, "You want to play football?" And I'm like, "What kind of football?" I'm like touch, flag,
so you
what?
never played touch or flag before?
No.
Okay.
I never even knew there was a female tackle team. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot, right? So it took a little while for me to go out, and it took Patty and Derek texting me like crazy, showing up at my basketball games and harassing me to come play. So I went out and tried.
Now, wait a second, how old were you then? Were you still in high school or playing senior ball or college ball?
No, I was playing senior women's basketball, and I ended up dropping that completely.
So these
and
guys,
playing football.
these folks were all coming to your games.
Yeah.
To make you come out for football.
Yeah, that's pretty much was their tactic. I'm like, you know what? I'll come out, get you guys to leave me alone, and I loved it.
Now, what do you
I
like best
absolutely
about
loved it. Hitting people.
Because you don't get to do that playing basketball and volleyball.
No.
See, the worst thing about volleyball is you're separated by the net.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a better game if you could like low bridge somebody going up for a spike. It'd be a much better sport.
If you hit somebody on the arm in basketball, it's a foul, right?
That's right, yeah.
You can hit somebody as hard as you want in football, and it's okay.
Okay, so I got to ask you the question.
Yeah.
Why are you a wide receiver and not a defensive back or linebacker?
Because I'm fast and I like catching the ball and getting touchdowns.
Yeah, but you get hit.
Yeah, I love it.
Like you become the nail, not the hammer.
Yeah, it's fun.
As being a wide receiver.
It's good. As long as you run fast, you don't get tackled, right?
Tell us a little bit about your background. Obviously, you were an athlete before you started playing football.
Yeah, I played for Collège Prairie at Trudeau. Volleyball, basketball, soccer, pretty much any sport that we had. And when I got out of high school, I started playing with my dad's basketball team. So I was playing with guys in seniors men's league. And the competition level was a lot better with the men, and it was a ton of fun, right? So I did that for a while. And then I went back to women's and then started playing football. So now that's all I'm playing.
So you're not even playing basketball anymore?
No. I'll play with the men in September. Well, I'm starting at the end of the month with them. And then as soon as football starts, I stop doing that because I have a daughter and it gets a little hectic with football. And yeah.
Now you got a fundraiser coming up. Wolfpack are trying to raise some money. Tell us about it.
It's at Tijuana Yacht Club, Canada's Polo Park. It's going to be our first year actually doing it there. It's October 19th from 6 to 9. And you get a full meal. You get.
So it's bud, spud, and steak.
Yeah, you either get a 6-ounce steak or chicken, but chicken is the special request. And then you get a baked potato, Caesar salad, steamed vegetables, fried mushrooms, garlic bread, and a drink.
So it's a whole meal.
It's a whole meal, yeah.
Whole meal deal. And how much is that?
$15.
And they can get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can get a hold of anybody on the Wolfpack.
Or go to the Wolfpack website.
Yeah, the fan page on Facebook, and just message somebody, and somebody can get you tickets.
Pleasure. You're great. Wide receiver Amanda Mile, and they've got the big fundraiser coming up for the Wolfpack. Make sure you go to the Wolfpack website and pay your money and go out and have a great night. We'll be back. We've got lots more going on. This is episode 3 of the new season. It's coming back right after this. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. Welcome back to The Huddle. Taylor Hillary, Donovan Hillary, defensive end, right?
Yep.
I knew I'd get that right eventually. River East Kodiaks, but I don't want to talk so much about the Kodiaks as I do about Football Canada Cup. You were at Football Canada Cup this summer in Moncton. Tell us about your experience, and this is your second year, right?
Yeah, this is my second year with the team.
So it must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome, getting to travel all the way to the East Coast this year. And we had a great group of guys, and it was. I felt it went a lot better than.
Well, the
London.
team played better too than
Yeah.
it did in London.
We improved our placing from 7th to 5th. So.
And people may not understand how big a jump that is, but you've basically got in Canada 2 levels of provinces. You've got the big provinces with all the dough and all the people, like Ontario and Quebec and BC, and Alberta with Edmonton and Calgary. And then you've got the smaller provinces, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia, that play in the tournament and don't have the same resources to pull from. And so for Manitoba to go from 7th to 5th is a big move.
Yeah, for sure. It really sets us up for next year for next year's players because now they'll start off playing Saskatchewan. So we have a chance to end up in that top 4 this next year.
That's a big step for this province
to
get back there because it's been years since. I mean, it was under 17 and under 19 the last time Manitoba had a chance to win it.
Yeah.
Tell us about Moncton. Did you talk to any college teams after it was over? Was it a big step for you personally?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you get a lot of exposure going to a tournament like this, and there's a coaching barbecue with a ton of different coaches from throughout
right across
CIS,
the country. Yeah. So your plan after this year with River East to play college football someplace?
Hopefully, yes.
Because a lot of guys from Manitoba have gone to other schools and done quite well. You know, Leon Senorini's having a great year at Carleton, and Jeremy Druin's playing in Quebec, and there's lots of opportunities out there for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially guys who played 2 years on this program. When did you start playing football, and when did you realize that you were pretty good?
I started about, I guess it was grade 6, second year Pee Wee with Eagles, and then I guess I tried out for U16 in 2011, and that was actually the year that we won the Red River Cup.
Right.
And I guess just that experience made me really want to pursue football more and, you know, take it further. And
what's your size now?
Like height and weight?
Yeah.
6'2", 215.
With speed.
Yeah.
Coming off the end, chasing down quarterbacks. That would hurt. Tell us about the Kodiaks this year. What's your team like? What's your season?
So we just moved up into AAA this year.
Big step.
Yeah, we have a lot of returning players, but although we did experience losing a majority of our coaching staff this year, so some things to iron out.
Tell us about the jump from Division II, Vidrick, I guess,
yeah,
to Potter. Is it a big step?
It definitely is. You know, you got a lot of bigger players and faster paced game, and I think we were really set for the challenge, and we were looking to do well in AAA this year.
So you're excited about this season?
Yeah, for sure.
And excited about next season?
Yeah.
With an opportunity to play college ball. Donovan, thanks for coming in. Our second visit over the last couple of years with Donovan Hillary from Team Manitoba, the Football Canada Cup this summer in Moncton, New Brunswick, and now with the River East Kodiaks. We got lots more left. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV.
It's a fact that many older homes contain asbestos. When you cut or disturb asbestos, the fibers can get into the air, and that's just plain dangerous. Today we know that breathing in asbestos can cause lung cancer as well as serious lung diseases. If you plan to renovate, don't touch things that may contain asbestos. Leave it to the pros. They know what they're doing. To learn more about asbestos and your lung health, go to lung.ca.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle. Scott Taylor with special guests, very special guests. To my far right, the defensive coordinator of the Eastside Eagles Majors, Eddie Panting. Yes. And to my immediate right, the offensive coordinator of the Eastside Eagles Majors, Joshua Pereira. You guys have large, long backgrounds in football, and I'm going to start with Eddie because your team's 5-0 as we speak today. It's been a tremendous run for you guys. Haven't lost since 2011. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Eddie, and your football background. I know you started at the Nomads.
Yeah, I started playing when I was really young. Started playing with the Nomads all throughout the Pee Wee, minor bantam, all that stuff. Played high school football at Sisler and played major football for the Eastside Eagles. Was in that transitory period where I wasn't quite ready for junior, for the next step of football. And you're playing 17, 18, 19, up to 22. And it's a great, it's a great learning curve, and you're playing against bigger, older guys. And from there I went and got to play for the Vancouver Island Raiders, 2005, and came back and been coaching ever since.
And you're a personal trainer by
Yes,
trade.
I am.
That's
yes.
your job. Josh, you almost mirror your friend.
Yep, he's a year older than me. Same thing, Nomads. Played quarterback my whole life.
But he was the quarterback at Sisler on AAA, and you were AA, right? JV
Yeah,
and
I think it was AA and A at the time.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So because it was the first year that they divided that,
Right,
they did
exactly.
that. So I played Nomads. I was the age group underneath him. We never played together at Nomads, but then we went to Sisler, and then he was the older quarterback, I was the younger quarterback, and then he went to Eastside, I went to Eastside, and yeah.
You
and
went
then,
to the Raiders?
And then I spent time at the Raiders too, and then came back and started coaching as well.
So you guys are like two peas in a pod. Only one guy's on one side of the line, and the other guy's on the other side of the line. Right. You're the one who crossed the line because you were a quarterback and became a DB.
Yes.
When?
Became a safety. Senior Bowl. I made Senior Bowl as a quarterback. At the time, it was Rifles' first year. I got there, saw who the other quarterbacks were, and figured it wasn't going to work out too well. So I went and played defense, and it was great. It worked out really well, and I had a great career.
Now,
as a
not
safety.
many offensive guys who have played on the offensive side of the ball throughout their high school career like the transition. I mean, many make it, but few like it. How did you like it?
The hitting was a new experience, which I grew to absolutely love and became a big part of my game. But coming from quarterback, and Sisler has a great history of football as well, and really complicated systems at the time. So going to play safety, I understood what was happening on the offensive side of the ball, so it made my job pretty easy. I was able to read plays and kind of know what they were doing on the other side, made it pretty easy.
That's tremendous. Now, tell us about this football team, because it's very good. Let's start with defense. If I'm going to go watch these East Side Eagles play football, tell me about your top players.
I'd have to say Jordan Gauthier. He was our defensive MVP last year in the championship game. He was playing halfback for us. Now we moved him down to Sam linebacker. You want to put guys like that who can make plays closer to the ball. Get them available to make more plays for you. We have our D-line across the board is outrageous. Every single one of those guys has junior and university experience. We have a guy from the Bisons. Mainly we have Brandon Roberts. He's our defensive end, number 70. Queen's University is looking at him right now. Tremendous football player, great smarts, trains really hard. Those would be our two main guys. I don't want to leave people out, but everybody's playing great football.
Tell us about the offense.
Offense is good. A lot of new guys. Like from our undefeated season last year, all I really have is a fullback, my quarterback, and a
Good
couple.
place to start.
Yeah, fullback to protect the quarterback, and we have a couple linemen. Other than that, it's a whole new receiving core. 3 rookie running backs, and a couple rookies.
And I remember Kelly Sanzer liked to throw the football.
Yeah, I was excellent. But maybe I get a little bit of heat to run the ball more. But yeah, no, it's good young offense, and a lot of 17, 18, 19-year-olds. So good offense for possibly a long time. And
is this a team that can go undefeated for a second straight year? Because it's tough to replace half your team.
Yeah, it's tough. We had some troubles at the beginning of the year. I mean, we had a really hard start to our season against our rivals as St. Vital Mustangs. And I mean, they're a tremendous football club. So it was a big test at the beginning of the year.
Back-to-back Mustangs.
Back-to-back Mustangs games. And we came out on top, but we noticed that we had a lot to work with. We had a lot of work to do with our guys because we had such a young team. The systems that Coach Josh and I put in are junior systems. And it was a lot for the guys to pick up on. So we realized then we kind of had to tone down some of the systems, work a lot more fundamentals, and get guys in a better position to make plays for us.
Sometimes less is more, I guess.
Sometimes less is more.
And with the amount of rookies we had this year, we have over half of our team this year is rookies, and we're still on that kind of path to we're undefeated right now.
To greatness.
Yeah.
The
so
path to greatness.
With a whole half of a new squad, so we have a really good coaching staff. We have some of our assistants even are like coordinators and stuff at high school level and have 10 years of experience and even more than me and Eddie, and we put all of ourselves on the same level, and we just have a really we all see eye to eye and we help each other out. And it's so when we have all those new kids, I think our whole coaching staff was able to take them on very easily and get them up to where we need them to be. And yeah, it's exciting, and we're really making for that
Well,
push.
let's talk the next time you come on, because we're going to have you back. You guys are great.
Okay.
The next time you come on, we want to talk about how much recruiting you did at the high school football Senior Bowl, because you brought players to this major program.
Yeah, I do a lot of the recruiting. Yeah, so
good stuff. Joshua Pereira and Eddie Panning, the offensive and defensive coordinators of the East Side Eagles majors. You guys have been great. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
And congratulations on a great season. We'll be back. Lots more on the Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Huddle. Scott Taylor and my good friend. You've been on the show so often.
I have.
You nearly beat us up one day.
One day.
With all of your wrestling buddies.
But you redeemed yourself, so.
Yeah, that's all we try to do. Steve Hoole from the Transcona Nationals, and congratulations.
Thank you.
How great is Friday Night Lights?
It is absolutely amazing. The atmosphere alone is amazing.
Let's start with your night, your big ceremony night. Let's talk about it. You had a great night that night.
It was Friday the 13th.
Half a Transcona came.
Yeah, we had about 700 people there. We the midget team, the Nationals played the Interlake Thunder. It was a great game. The crowd was amazing. We had lots of dignitaries out there, Buzz and Boomer out there. So we actually honored Buzz and Boomer. I think we're one of the only teams in the city to do it, Bombers. We had a Buzz and Boomer burger combo, which was phenomenal. So they absolutely loved it. So it's a bacon double cheeseburger, and so it was good.
You
for
had
them.
4 or 5?
I only had one.
Oh,
yeah, I only had one. Disappointing. I'm trying to cut down.
Yeah, but now you tell me you're not going back in the ring.
No.
I don't believe you for one.
Well,
second.
I don't blame myself either. I mean, I could say it as much as I want.
You're the Axe, and the Axe can't quit.
And the
The
Axe,
Axe can't quit.
he's a staple in Manitoba wrestling.
He is.
So, never say never in the world of professional wrestling.
How are things with the Nationals? Good?
Things are really good. Things are looking up. Like I said, we got the lights going.
But there's more plans for this. It doesn't stop with the lights, does
Right.
it?
We actually, next year, we're hoping to get a well put in so we can get the water going nonstop in the fields. It'll save us a lot of money there.
Yeah.
We actually started an endowment fund with the Nationals as well. So right now it's, the Transcona of Parks and Recs building community kind of started off with $20,000. So we're looking to hold a dinner sometime in November to get that going more, to get more money for the endowment fund. So things are looking up.
So lots of things going on. Tell us about your teams this year. I know that a lot of them are very competitive.
We are very competitive. Some of them are a little small. Numbers-wise, this year was a little tough. But I'd rather have more kids playing football than having cut kids. So
exactly, yeah. You don't want to send anybody to the curb.
Yeah. So our Adams and Pee Wees are a little small. Both our Bantam teams are big. They're doing very well. Our midget team is doing very well this year. Lots of big boys, lots of returning players, lots of young guys stepping up. So.
Do you find it tough with your midgets, for instance, or your Bantams, with the high school in the area?
Yes and no. Some of the guys, if they want to go play high school, I wish them all the well. All the best. Go give it a shot. Do what you can do, and go from there. So.
How's the boy?
Good. He's good. He's.
People may not know that Mouse is your son.
Mouse is my boy.
And
he's
provincial team player and one of the best football players in the province.
Yeah, I converted him over defensive line this year. Some of our guys just weren't getting the penetration. So with Mouse, sitting about 250 right now, he's getting lots of penetration. So he's doing very well.
The Axe probably tips him a little more than 250. But how do you call somebody the Mouse when he's 2.5?
It just happened when he was small, and again in the wrestling community, right? So when some of the boys, wrestlers are big and scary guys, and when you're a little tiny guy, someone says hi to you, you hide, and they act like a little mouse. So it kind of stuck.
Yeah, it's hard to see a 250-pound defensive lineman called Mouse.
Yeah, it happens,
and especially a good player. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Lights at Archambault Field in Transcona.
It's awesome.
And it's outstanding. We need more lighted fields in this province.
I agree.
More football.
I agree.
I think it's tremendous. Steve Hoole from the Transcona Nationals. Prez, right? You're the Prez.
Yes.
You're the boss.
You betcha.
The boss man from the Transcona Nationals and the Axe, who will be back in the ring. I guarantee it.
Sometime.
This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. We'll be right back.
There's something in this picture you're not seeing. It's called radon, and it's a naturally occurring gas. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it, but it's the leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. Radon can leak into your home undetected through cracks or gaps in the ground floor. Make sure you're safe from the risk of radon exposure. With a simple test, radon leaks can be detected. Visit lung.ca to learn more about how to protect your home from radon gas.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle. And as the University of Manitoba Bisons get closer to the playoffs, we are very fortunate to have their top defensive player. Evan Gill is with us from the cover of The Huddle, the Bison program. Welcome. You've been here before. You know this drill. Tell us about the season. How are things going? And I like this Bison team.
Very good. I like the team that we have. It's a great group of guys. I mean, we still have a lot of potential, and there's still a lot of things to work on. I mean, defensively, we have a lot of talent, a lot of speed that we never really had before, and it's just A couple things in the back end that we need to fix up, and I think once we figure that all out, we're going to have a pretty good team. And offensively, of course, you know what we have with the weapons there.
Yeah, you have the weapons offensively, and I know you've always been candid with us. I know you're not as happy as you could be with the way the defense is played. You mentioned the back end. What is it that you feel you guys need to do to make this team a team where you go into the playoffs and everybody thinks this is a team that can win a championship?
I think it's really just a confidence thing. Guys just haven't been confident in the past. I mean, guys just need to expect to make plays and expect to want to win games. And right now, they're kind of just letting things happen in front of them and reacting instead of making the plays.
But you're not that way. You've never played that way before.
No, of course not.
People who might not know Evan, the University of Manitoba Bisons are your entire background. Your grandpa was the manager of this football club. Tell us about your background with the team.
I've been around the team since I've been born. I mean, I go back to even the 2001 Vanier team. I was there. In 2007, I was there. So, like, I mean, I've seen it all, the teams that have gone undefeated, the teams that have done and been successful. So, I mean, all I want to do is kind of be a part of that and have that same success.
Do you think this team is a team that could surprise a lot of people, win the West, and go on to the regional playoffs?
I really do. I mean, we've seen a lot of the other teams in our conference already, and it's not like other years where Calgary had that big gap and they were kind of class of the West. This year, I mean, it's pretty balanced, and we have a lot of talent that a lot of other teams don't have. And if we find that connection and finally take that extra step, I think we can win the West.
Now, with all of the games that are being televised now right across the country, we're getting TV with Sportsnet, and we're getting TV with Shaw. You've been able to see a lot of teams. How do you think you stand up nationally?
Nationally, it's tough to say. The Ontario teams are very good. But the thing is, like teams like Western and the thing about the conferences out there, they have their couple big powerhouse teams,
right,
and they stand out above the other teams in the conference. It's kind of really diluted. In the West, it's kind of hard to say because everything's so balanced. It's really balanced across the board. But I mean, nationally, in the past, the West haven't done too well. But it's hard to say. It's really hard to say where we stand.
Last year, you went to the playoffs. You're 4-4.
Yep.
This year, another opportunity to go back again. Does this team have the moxie, have what it takes to be a real playoff threat?
I think we have more than what it takes this year than what we had last year. I mean, if you look at our win against UBC, it's a close game. It was a big comeback win. That's something, if it was a year ago, that wouldn't have happened, that we would have crumbled, it would have let that slip away.
But you've got an offense that can put points on the board now.
Exactly.
Really makes a difference. Evan, congratulations.
Thank
have
you.
a great season going forward. Evan Gill, you're playing tackle?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. You looked inside the last time. You should be an end too. Evan Gill, defensive tackle, University of Manitoba Bisons, a team heading toward the playoffs, and a team that, if it can make the playoffs, could have a great opportunity down the road. We'll be back. Lots more to come. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV.
October 14th, 4:48 p.m. Paul Da Silva appears to have a complete meltdown in drive-home traffic. Why did Paul do this? Gina was why. Fatherhood, it's the best job on the planet. You can do it.
That was another busy show.
You're always exhausted after the show.
I'm always exhausted after these shows. I have nothing left in the tank.
Hey, and how about the cover boy?
He's great, isn't he?
I just like my Bison.
I was giving him some trouble before the show.
Yeah.
And you reminded me that he could probably
give you a little bit of a warning symbol there. You don't want to mess around with guys that big.
Well, but he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's not going to be all over.
I remember him as Little Evan Gill.
Well, of course, because he's been with basically the organization from his grandpa's days.
Yeah.
So his whole life has been around University of Manitoba.
That's
football.
very true. A lot of tradition.
It was a great show today, and it was great to meet Danny Harris for the first time.
Your boy.
My
Your
player.
boy.
He's my
That's
guy,
right.
and I'm going to be the official president of the Danny Harris fan club going forward from here on out. Next week, another really, really busy show. Football is gearing up. Championship weekend only a week or so away. We've got lots of football coming up, and remember, Championship Weekend at Investors Group Field. We'll talk a lot more about that in the coming weeks. This has been The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. Taylor, Mackey, see you next week.
The Huddle is brought to you by Canadians Destination Centre Fort Garry, Tavern United Fort Garry, a new World Sports Pub. Watch your favorite games on 2 brand new 70-inch monitors on our patio located at 1824 Pembina Highway in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Oh, hi. I can't get enough of this magazine. Scott Taylor with the axe. Jeremy Withings from the Transcona Nationals Midgets. Carl Volney, running back, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Oh, it's What the Ref, and I'm with the ref, Dave Donaldson. It will be busy. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw.